Chosen one. If you are reading these words right now, this is no accident. Something deeper than chance has led you here. Your spirit already knows what your mind is about to understand. Take a breath. Settle into this moment. Because what you are about to hear was written for you before you even clicked. The heavens have been watching your journey. Every tear you thought went unseen. Every prayer you whispered into the void, every moment you felt forgotten. And now the silence is breaking. For the past 2 hours, Archangel Michael has been standing guard over a truth that concerns you directly. Not someday, not eventually. Right now, a revelation has surfaced. Something hidden in shadows has been brought into the light, and you are the center of it all. Someone was caught. Yes, caught in the act of something that will change how you see your recent past. But before I tell you what happened, I need you to know this is not a story about betrayal. This is a story about protection. This is about how heaven intervenes when earthly intentions cross sacred boundaries. There was a man. He was hired, paid to follow you, to study you, to observe the patterns of your life from a distance, not with violence, not with hatred, but with a strange kind of obsession wrapped in curiosity. Someone in your orbit, someone you may have once trusted or loved or simply known, wanted answers. They wanted to understand why you changed, why you withdrew, why your energy shifted. And instead of coming to you with honesty, they chose secrecy. They sent someone to watch. If this shakes you, let it. The truth often does. But keep listening, because the story does not end where you think. The investigator, this man who accepted money to trace your steps, he was no stranger to the darker side of human nature. He had done this work before, following people, gathering information, delivering reports to those who paid for secrets. But when he began tracking you, something unexpected happened. He could not explain it at first. It started small. A photograph he took of you, completely unaware, sitting alone in a quiet space. Your face in that image, it stopped him, he said later. It felt like the photograph was looking back at him, like a prayer had been captured in a single frame. Not a prayer spoken aloud, but one lived in silence. He tried to continue the assignment. He followed you to places you went, watched the way you moved through the world with a kind of calm he could not understand. No drama, no chaos, just presence. And that presence disturbed him in a way nothing else had. One evening, while reviewing his notes, he broke down. Alone in his car, staring at images of you simply existing, he wept. This was not guilt, this was conviction. He felt the weight of what he was doing, and more than that, he felt the weight of who you are. He realized he was not observing an ordinary person. He was witnessing someone under divine covering. And so he stopped. He did not deliver his findings. He did not report back to the one who hired him. Instead, he disappeared from the assignment and left a handwritten note, anonymous, brief but piercing. It read, "The one you are searching for is not hiding anything, but you are. Stop before heaven gets involved." That note was the moment everything shifted. That is when Michael, the archangel who guards and defends, stepped into this situation, not to punish, but to announce. Because your covering was never lifted, not once. If you feel this message speaking directly into your soul, go ahead and leave a comment below. Just type the word covered so I know this resonated with you. Do not hold back. Let your response be part of your testimony. Now, let me be clear about something. You have been protected in ways you cannot see. When you were praying, and it felt like the ceiling was blocking your words, your prayers were heard. When you cried yourself to sleep, believing you were alone, angels stood watch. When people misunderstood your silence and called it coldness, heaven called it wisdom. You were not abandoned. You were being refined. The fire you walked through was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal what you are made of. And now the world is about to see it too. The person who sent the investigator, they are dealing with something. Now they did not anticipate. Conviction, not the kind that leads to apology right away, but the kind that keeps you awake at night, that haunts your thoughts, that makes you question every choice that led to this moment. They thought they lost you forever, and in desperation, they tried to pull you back through control instead of through truth. They misjudged who you have become because you are not the same person they remember. You have been reshaped. What they saw as weakness, heaven saw as preparation. What they saw as retreat, heaven saw as repositioning. And here is what you need to understand. This moment, this revelation, it is not about making you afraid or paranoid. It is about waking you up to the reality of your spiritual authority. You carry something that makes people react. Some are drawn to it. Some are disturbed by it. Some cannot explain it, but they feel it when they are near you. That is not your imagination. That is the anointing. That is the presence of the Most High resting on your life. And when heaven marks you, the world takes notice even if they do not understand why. The investigator, after he walked away from the job, he did something most would not expect. He found a church. He went to a service. He sat in the back and listened. And during the altar call, he walked forward. He gave his life to something greater than the darkness he had been serving. All because he encountered your spirit in a photograph. Think about that. He never even spoke to you. But your presence alone was enough to redirect his entire path. That is the power you carry. Not loud, not forceful, but undeniable. And the enemy knows it. That is why there have been attacks. That is why people have misunderstood you. That is why you have felt isolated at times. Because isolation is often the womb of transformation. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Now someone is coming back, the one who sent the investigator. They are preparing to approach you again, but this time, it will not be through shadows. This time it will be face to face, and you need to be ready. Not with bitterness, not with vengeance, but with discernment. Because forgiveness does not mean blindness. You can forgive and still set boundaries. You can show grace and still protect your peace. Heaven is not asking you to be naive. Heaven is asking you to be wise. If you are still with me, take a second and hit that like button. Let the algorithm know this message matters. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is the time. Because there is more coming, more revelation, more truth, more breakthrough. You do not want to miss what is next. Let me speak to your heart for a moment. You have been carrying wounds that others inflicted and then walked away from. They moved on while you were left to heal. That is not fair, and heaven sees that. But here is the mystery. Those wounds, those betrayals, those moments of abandonment, they did not happen by accident. They happened on purpose, not because God caused them, but because God allowed them, knowing what they would produce in you. Romans 8:28 reminds us that all things work together for good, for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. All things, even the painful ones, even the confusing ones, even the ones that almost broke you. You were taken into the wilderness, not as punishment, but as protection. While the world was moving fast, you were learning to be still. While others were chasing noise, you were cultivating silence. And in that silence, something holy was happening. You were being rooted. You were being grounded. You were being fortified from the inside out. The peace you now carry was not given cheaply. It cost you something. It cost you relationships that were not built to last. It cost you opportunities that were not aligned with your destiny. It cost you versions of yourself that needed to die so the real you could emerge. And now the time of hiding is ending. The season of obscurity is closing. What was done in secret is about to be made public, not for your shame, but for your glory. Because the world needs to see what happens when someone refuses to quit. When someone keeps praying even when the answer is delayed. When someone keeps believing even when the evidence says otherwise. You are that proof. You are that testimony. And your story is not over. It is just beginning to make sense. Think about Joseph, thrown into a pit by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. Years of waiting, wondering if God had forgotten him. But every pit was preparation. Every prison was positioning. And when the time came, he was not just freed, he was promoted. From prisoner to prince in a single day, that is what God does. He does not just restore, he elevates. He does not just heal, he promotes. And your elevation is coming. Think about David, anointed as king but stuck in a shepherd's field, facing giants while his brothers watched from the sidelines, running for his life while the current king hunted him down. Years of hiding in caves, leading a band of broken men, wondering when the promise would come to pass. But all of it, every battle, every betrayal, every narrow escape, it was training. It was building the king he needed to become. And when he finally took the throne, no one could question whether he was ready. The wilderness had prepared him. That is your story too. You have been in the wilderness. You have been in the cave. You have been in the waiting room. But you have not been wasting time. You have been getting ready. Every lonely night taught you to depend on God instead of people. Every closed door taught you to trust His timing instead of your own understanding. Every betrayal taught you to guard your heart without closing it completely. You are not the same person who entered this season. You are stronger, wiser, more rooted, and the world is about to see the difference. The Lord says this to you today: I never left you. I was in the waiting room with you. I was in the sleepless nights with you. I was in the tears you thought no one saw. And I am in this moment right now reminding you that you are not a victim. You are a victor. The battle was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to display me through you. And now, chosen one, walk forward with your head up. Walk forward knowing you are covered. Walk forward knowing the attacks that came against you only confirmed what heaven already knew. You are worth fighting for. Let me tell you about the person who is coming back. They have been rehearsing conversations in their mind. They have been imagining how you will respond. They are nervous because they know they crossed a line. They know they violated something sacred. And now they are realizing that desperation led them to make decisions that dishonor mixed with curiosity produced. They are scared, not of you, but of what they might have lost forever. And that fear is actually the beginning of their own transformation. Do not rush to fix them. Do not rush to make it easy. Let the weight of their choices do its work. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let someone feel the full consequence of what they have done. They are going to show up differently than before. You will see it in their eyes. There will be humility there that was not present the last time. There will be a brokenness that looks different from manipulation. But even genuine remorse does not automatically mean restoration. Even real change does not mean the relationship goes back to what it was. Some things, once broken, are meant to stay broken. Not because you are unforgiving, but because God is protecting you from rebuilding what He already tore down for your good. Listen for His voice above their words. Listen for His peace above your emotions. If God says rebuild, then rebuild slowly, with new boundaries, with new expectations, with eyes wide open. Do not ignore red flags, because you want to believe in their transformation. Transformation is proven over time, not in a moment. Watch their actions more than their words. Do anyone can say sorry? Not everyone can show sorry through changed behavior. Give them space to prove it, and give yourself space to heal enough to even discern clearly. You do not owe anyone immediate reconciliation just because they finally decided to apologize. But here is what you must also remember. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. It is the key that unlocks the prison you did not know you were in. When you hold on to bitterness, you give the person who hurt you continued access to your peace. You let them live in your mind, rent-free. And chosen one, your mind is too valuable for that. Your peace is too precious for that. So when the time comes, and it will come soon, forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness does not mean trust is automatically restored. Forgiveness simply means you release the debt they owe you, and you hand it to God. You let heaven handle what you were never meant to carry. And when you do that, something shifts. The atmosphere around you changes. Doors that were closed begin to open. Favor that was delayed begins to flow. Relationships that are meant for you start to appear, because forgiveness creates space for the new. There is a difference between forgiving someone and giving them access again. You can forgive from a distance. You can wish them well without being in their life. You can release the anger without returning to the relationship. Some people are only meant to be in your story for a chapter, not the whole book. And trying to keep them longer than their assignment damages both of you. It keeps you stuck in old patterns, and it keeps them from facing the lessons they need to learn. Let go when it is time. Grieve what you thought it would be. Thank God for what it taught you, and walk forward into what is actually waiting for you. Forgiveness is not a one-time decision. It is something you might have to choose again and again, especially in the beginning. There will be days when you think you have moved on, and then something will trigger the memory, and the anger will rise up again. That is normal. That is human. Do not shame yourself for it. Just bring it back to God every time it surfaces. Say, Lord, I thought I released this, but it is coming up again. Help me give it to you one more time. He never gets tired of that prayer. He never rolls his eyes at your process. He walks with you through every wave of emotion until the waves get smaller and farther apart. Go ahead and drop a comment if you have ever had to forgive someone who never even apologized. Let me know. I am not alone in this message. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to take that step. There is something I need to address before we go further. Some of you watching this have been afraid that you missed your moment. You feel like you took too long to heal, too long to forgive, too long to forgive, too long to move forward. And now you are wondering if God moved on without you. Let me put that fear to rest right now. You have not missed anything. God does not operate on the world's timeline. He operates on purpose. And your purpose does not expire because you took time to heal. In fact, the delay was part of the plan. The waiting was part of the preparation. And everything you went through, every tear, every setback, every closed door, it was all setting the stage for what is coming next. Heaven does not waste anything. Not your pain, not your time, not your tears. It all gets woven into the tapestry of your testimony. And when people see what you become after everything you survived, they will not be able to deny that God is real. Your life will be proof. Your peace will be proof. Your joy will be proof. And that is why the enemy fought you so hard. Because he knew what you would become if you made it through. And you did. You are still here, still standing, still believing. And that alone is a miracle. Now listen closely, because this next part is crucial. You are entering a season where discernment will be more important than charisma, where wisdom will matter more than opportunity. Not every door that opens is meant for you to walk through. Not every person who shows interest is meant to be in your life. Not every invitation is an assignment, and you are going to have to learn to say no without guilt. You are going to have to learn to protect your peace without apology. You are going to have to learn that your time, your energy, your presence are valuable, and not everyone has earned access. The old version of you said yes to everything because you did not want to disappoint people. The old version of you stayed in spaces longer than you should have because you did not want to seem rude. The old version of you gave pieces of yourself to people who never intended to give anything back. But that version is gone. You have been upgraded. And this new version of you understands that boundaries are not walls. They are gates, and you get to decide who comes in and who stays out. Let me give you practical wisdom for this season. First, learn to pause before you respond. When someone asks for your time, your energy, your presence, do not answer immediately. Say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." That pause gives you space to pray, to think, to feel whether this is aligned with where God is taking you. Second, pay attention to how you feel around certain people. Do you feel drained after spending time with them? Do you feel like you have to perform or edit yourself? Do you feel peace or unease? Your body knows before your mind catches up. Trust those signals. Third, watch for patterns. If someone only calls when they need something, if they dismiss your boundaries, if they gaslight you, when you speak your truth, that is not confusion. That is information. Believe what people show you, not just what they say. Fourth, create space in your life for what you actually want, not just what everyone else needs from you. If you want peace, you have to remove chaos. If you want growth, you have to let go of what keeps you small. If you want healthy relationships, you have to release toxic ones. You cannot hold on to everything and expect something new to fit. Make room. Fifth, speak life over yourself daily. The words you say to yourself matter. Stop calling yourself names the enemy would use. Stop agreeing with every negative thought that crosses your mind. Start declaring truth. I am loved. I am protected. I am chosen. I am walking in purpose. I am not behind. I am right on time. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it becomes your reality. 6. Tend to your body as if it houses something sacred, because it does. Rest when you are tired instead of pushing through. Nourish yourself with food that actually fuels you. Move your body in ways that feel good, not punishing. Your body has carried you through storms. Honor it. 7th, simplify your surroundings. Clutter in your space creates clutter in your mind. Clear what no longer serves you. Donate what you are holding on to. Out of guilt, organize what remains. Let your environment reflect who you are becoming, not who you used to be. 8. Return to the things that bring you joy. Not productivity, not usefulness. Joy. Maybe it is painting, writing, cooking, gardening, singing. Whatever it is, do it without needing to monetize it or justify it. Let it just be something that makes you feel alive. Ninth, protect your mornings. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Do not reach for your phone first thing. Do not scroll through problems before you have even thanked God for waking you up. Start with gratitude. Start with prayer. Start with something that centers you. Give God the first fruits of your attention. 10th, be okay with being misunderstood. Not everyone is going to get you, and that is fine. You are not called to make sense to everyone. You are called to obey God. And when you do that, some people will love you for it, and some will be confused by it. Let them be confused. Your assignment is not to everyone. It is to those who have ears to hear. So when that person comes back, when they approach you with their rehearsed apology and their hopeful eyes, do not let emotion override discernment. Feel what you feel. Yes, acknowledge the history. Yes, but do not make a decision in that moment. Step back, pray. Ask God to show you the truth behind their words. Ask Him to reveal whether this is genuine repentance or just regret that they got caught. Ask Him to give you clarity and then wait for the answer. It will come, not always in words, but in peace. You will know. Your spirit will know. And if the answer is to walk away, do it with grace. If the answer is to set firm boundaries, do it with love. If the answer is to give them a chance, do it with wisdom. But whatever you do, do not go back to who you were before. Do not shrink to make them comfortable. Do not dim your light to ease their guilt. You have been through too much to go backwards. You have grown too much to regress. Stand firm in who you have become and trust that the right people will celebrate that, not fear it. Before we close, I want to pray with you. Wherever you are right now, I want you to receive these words not just as information, but as activation. Let this prayer wash over you. Let it settle into the deepest parts of your heart. And if you agree with what I am about to say, I want you to say, Amen, out loud. Let your voice agree with heaven. Father, I come before you now on behalf of every person hearing these words. Lord, you see them. You know their story. You know what they have walked through, what they have survived, what they are still processing. And today, I ask that you flood their heart with the assurance of your presence. Let them feel you right now in this moment. Remind them that they were never alone. Remind them that every tear was collected, every prayer was heard, every silent cry reached your throne. God, I pray for healing over their mind. Heal the places where trust was broken. Heal the places where words cut deep. Heal the memories that still sting when they surface. Pour your oil over every wound, and let it bring both comfort and closure. Let them know that healing is not linear. It is okay to have good days and hard days. It is okay to still feel the weight of what happened, but let them also know that the weight is lifting. Little by little, day by day, they are being restored. I pray for protection over their spirit. Let no weapon formed against them prosper. Let every tongue that rises in judgment be proven wrong. Let every scheme of the enemy fall flat. Let every attack meant to destroy them backfire and become a testimony instead. Cover them, Lord, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Let your angels encamp around them. Let Michael stand guard as he has been. Let no harm come near their dwelling. I pray for discernment in this season. Give them eyes to see beyond what is presented. Give them ears to hear what is not being said. Give them a spirit that senses the truth beneath the surface. Do not let them be deceived by smooth words or emotional manipulation. Let them see people for who they really are, not who they pretend to be. And give them the courage to act on what you reveal, even when it is hard, even when it costs them something, even when it means walking away. Remind them that your timing is perfect. Remind them that delay is not denial. Remind them that what is meant for them will not pass them by. I declare over them right now that they are entering a season of acceleration. What took years in the past will take months now. What felt impossible will suddenly become possible. Doors that were locked will swing open. Opportunities that were delayed will suddenly appear. Provision that seemed far off will show up just in time. Because you are a God who restores the years the locusts have eaten. You are a God who makes up for lost time. You are a God who turns mourning into dancing and ashes into beauty. I thank you for this person. I thank you for their resilience. I thank you for their faith, even when it was weak. I thank you for their prayers even when they felt unanswered. I thank you that you were working behind the scenes even when they could not see it, and I thank you for what you are about to do in their life. Not just for them, but through them. Let their story become a beacon of hope for others who are still in the fire. If this touched you, if this spoke to something deep in your spirit, I need you to do something for me. First, share this video. Send it to someone who needs to hear this today. You never know who is one message away from breakthrough. Second, subscribe to this channel. There is more coming, more truth, more revelation, more encouragement, and you do not want to miss it. Third, leave a comment below. Tell me what part of this message hit you the hardest. I read every single one, and your words matter. Until next time, walk boldly, rest deeply, and remember, you are never alone. You are covered. You are protected. You are loved. And your best days are still ahead of you together. We rise toward the light.
Chosen one, come closer and listen with full attention, because what I'm about to speak is not casual information. This is a divine alert. This is not a drill. This is not exaggeration. God said it's spreading. And if you are watching right now, it is because something weighty, something life-shifting has already been released in the spirit and is moving toward you with speed. But you must receive this warning with sobriety, because if you scroll past it, if you treat this moment like another video, you could step right over the very breakthrough you have been praying for. This is urgent. This is time sensitive. This is prophetic confirmation. You've been sensing it, haven't you? The unusual dreams that linger, the strange delays that make no natural sense, the sudden shifts in people, plans, and timing, the pressure that rises and falls like invisible waves. Those are not random. Those are signs that the unseen realm is active. The spirit world is not sleeping, heaven is moving, and darkness is reacting, and God says something powerful is spreading in your favor. Not slowly, not someday, it is already in motion, and God said it's heading straight toward you. But hear the truth. Not everyone will receive what is spreading. It is not for every heart. It is not for every ear. It is for the aligned, for the attentive, for the obedient. So stop scrolling. Don't click away. You were led here for a reason, and what you do in the next few minutes can shift everything. Your decisions, your discernment, your direction, even your destiny. Before we go deeper, pause and do 3 things as an act of agreement. Hit the like button. Subscribe. We are moving toward 45,000 chosen ones, and every soul that joins strengthens this wave of divine truth. And type 99 in the comments because 99 is a sign of alignment and awakening, a declaration that you are not drifting anymore. You are agreeing with heaven. And to every person who sows, supports, or sends a super thanks, may God multiply it back into your life in ways you could not imagine. When you write it, you are saying, Lord, position me, tune my ear, set my steps. This message is time sensitive. Something big is not just coming, it is already moving. And if you are truly in tune, you already feel it. Your atmosphere is shifting, your timeline is accelerating, the pace of your life feels different, the urgency in your spirit is rising. But hear me, if you are not prepared, what is meant for you can pass you by. That is why you must stay to the end, because what I'm about to reveal will shake how you understand what God is doing in your life right now. You are not here by accident. You are under divine instruction. This is your moment. Now, let's go deeper. God is saying there is a spiritual fog settling over the earth right now. And it is not just metaphorical. You can feel it. Confusion in the air. A heaviness that doesn't match your circumstances. A whisper that tells you something is off. But let me name it clearly. That is not anxiety. It is awareness. That fog is deception. It is a smokescreen from the enemy designed to numb the hearts of the chosen and blind the eyes of a watching world. This fog is not merely social unrest, trending drama, or political noise. It is spiritual distortion. It makes wrong look right and right look wrong. It makes truth feel aggressive and compromise feel normal. It is an atmosphere meant to dull discernment and silence conviction. But you were not called to suffocate in that fog. You were called to pierce it. You, chosen one, were given eyes that can see through darkness. While others lose their way, you are being summoned to lead the way. And make no mistake, God is not silent in the fog. He is speaking louder than ever, but it takes stillness and courage to hear him. The fog spreads fast, yes, but your clarity can spread faster if you stay aligned, stay prayerful, and stay on assignment. You will not only survive the fog, you will become a light within it. Scripture says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Isaiah 61. That is not poetry, that is a command for this hour. And this is why the atmosphere around your life is changing, because something massive is being drawn to you. Not danger, destiny, not punishment, purpose. God is orchestrating a divine collision between you and your calling. But listen closely. Moments like this rarely come with flashing signs. They come with pressure, with urgency, with a pull in your spirit you cannot fully explain. You felt it, the whisper in your heart, the fire you cannot shake, the dreams you cannot silence. Those are not random thoughts. That is God preparing you for something beyond your comprehension. You were made for impact, not invisibility. You were designed for breakthrough, not breakdown. And right now, the heavens are aligning to place you exactly where you need to be. But preparation is not passive, it is intentional. So I'm asking you plainly, are you ready? Are you mentally positioned, emotionally stable, spiritually responsive? Because what is moving toward you will not wait for you to get comfortable. This is your warning and your invitation. Get ready now. Because when the wave hits, you will not have time to prepare, only time to respond. And remember this. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. The appointed time does not ask your permission, it arrives. Now, hear the deeper reality. There is a war happening, not merely in headlines, not only in governments, not only in economies, but in the heavens. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is spiritual reality. It is not just conflict between nations. It is conflict between realms. Forces are clashing because chosen ones are awakening, and that awakening terrifies the enemy. That is why you've been feeling attacked. That is why everything seems harder lately, not because you are weak, but because you are worth targeting. The enemy does not waste warfare on the irrelevant. If you were not dangerous, you would not be opposed. And you are dangerous. Your voice breaks chains. Your obedience shifts atmospheres. Your calling rattles dark structures that have been comfortable for too long. That is why the warfare feels personal. But do not let pressure make you forget promise. If you are under attack, it means you are also under assignment, and God has equipped you. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. 2 Corinthians 10:4. You were not sent into this hour empty-handed. You have authority, you have discernment, you have access to heaven's strategy if you stay aligned. Right now, God is not merely whispering, He is commanding. Come under my covering. Come out of compromise. Step into obedience. The time for playing with your purpose is over. This is not suggestion, it is survival instruction. Many want the benefits of God's protection without the boundaries of God's direction. But protection is connected to positioning. You cannot expect divine shelter while refusing divine alignment. You cannot claim spiritual authority while entertaining spiritual toxins. This is your call to return. Return to prayer, return to purity, return to the secret place. Because the shaking is only beginning. What is coming will test every foundation, and only those under God's shelter will stand. Get under His wing before it is too late. Because when the storm rises, there will be no time left to debate. The time is now, and God's voice does not always sound like thunder. Sometimes it is a deep pull, a sudden clarity, a conviction that won't let you go. That is what many of you are feeling right now. You are not losing your mind. You are being activated. Your destiny is not merely approaching, it is waking up inside you. That restlessness, that urge to break free from mediocrity, that overwhelming need to change your patterns, your environment, your circle. This is your soul responding to heaven. You are not in a breakdown, you are in a birthing. But activation requires agreement. God will not force you into greatness. He is not asking for perfection. He is asking for your yes. You do not need a platform to obey. You need obedience to access power. You do not need 1 million followers. You need one clear instruction from God and the courage to move. And when you say yes, things shift, not someday, but immediately. Because this is not a casual season. This is critical spiritual warfare, and the enemy has launched pressure against those marked by God. If you've been wondering why life feels like a battlefield lately, here is the answer. The enemy is threatened by you. And right now, he is using 3 main weapons: distraction, distortion, and delay. Distraction steals focus. You are called to build, create, speak, and advance. But he wants your mind consumed with noise, drama, devices, and doubt. One scroll too many, one wrong conversation, one emotional spiral, and suddenly you're off mission. Do not take the bait. If the enemy cannot destroy you, he will distract you. Then comes distortion, twisting truth until you question your identity, your calling, your worth. Whispering lies like, "You're too late," or "You're not chosen," or "You missed your moment." But hear me. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still held. The enemy is a liar, and his goal is to get you to agree with his false narrative. And then comes delay, procrastination dressed like wisdom, waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. But God's word is clear. Now is the time. Not when you feel ready, but when he says go. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. Notice the order. Submit, then resist. Alignment first, then authority. This is not just bad luck. This is not just a hard season. It is a spiritual storm. Clouds have gathered. Winds are rising. A shaking is coming over everything not rooted in truth. And you are not crazy for feeling tense. Your spirit is alert, which means you are spiritually alive. Storms separate the superficial from the surrendered. Some will fall apart. Others will rise in power. Why? Because storms do not destroy what is built on the rock. They reveal it. If your foundation is God, you won't just make it through. You will stand taller when the wind dies down. So how do you survive what is coming? You stay in the presence. You go deeper in prayer. You shut down distractions. You make your home an altar. This is not the time for passive religion. This is the time for radical surrender. Be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion. 1 Peter 5:8. Watchfulness is not paranoia. It is wisdom. You were not made to blend in. You were not born to follow trends. You were created to carry fire. There is something inside you the world does not understand, because it was never meant to understand you. You have always felt different, haven't you? That is not rejection. That is revelation. You were set apart. But here is the battle. Fear will try to silence your flame. Fear whispers, stay quiet, stay small, don't make waves. But if you let fear mute your voice, you rob the world of what it needs. Your obedience, your words, your presence. The enemy fears your fire, so he tries to shut it down. But God did not give you a spirit of fear. He gave you power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1:7. So let the fire speak. Let the light shine. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be available. Heaven is not looking for impressive. Heaven is looking for willing. Ever since you were young you felt it, the knowing, the sense that you were different. You saw what others ignored. You heard truth in silence. You couldn't settle for shallow things. That wasn't arrogance. It was divine identification. You've been marked. You hunger for more. You are uncomfortable with spiritual apathy. You are the one who prays when others quit. You feel deeply. You carry burdens others overlook. And life has tried to break you more times than you can count, because the weight of your assignment is real. But with calling comes responsibility. God is not asking you to impress him. He is asking you to trust him, obey when it is inconvenient, walk in purpose when no one claps, walk away from what doesn't align with destiny. You are chosen, and that is not only an honor, it is a responsibility. This is not the season for slow obedience. The instruction has been released. God is saying, move now, boldly. The door is open, but it will not remain open forever. Faith is not only belief, it is movement. It is leaving comfort behind and stepping into unknown territory with confidence in your King. It is applying for what you think you're not qualified for. It is saying yes before you see the whole map. God does not need you to figure it out. He needs you to follow his voice. You have the word. Now it is time for action. Move like you've been sent. Pray like you've been heard. Build like heaven is watching, because it is. Everything is aligning. Global shaking, cultural collapse, a world groaning. You can feel it, can't you? Pressure, urgency. That is because we are in days of acceleration. The delay is lifting, the warnings are intensifying. What was spoken is manifesting. Events are not random, they are revealing, and your role is not passive. God did not raise you for the sidelines. You're not only here to survive, you're here to shape, to speak when others are silent, to intercede when others run, to carry God's Spirit when others collapse in fear. You are the remnant, and remnant people do not live for applause. They live for obedience. They are often misunderstood, misjudged, mocked, but they burn anyway. They pray anyway. They obey anyway, because they know it is not about them. It is about Him. So here is the question: are you one of them? Are you ready to let go of comfort, ego, and fear, to step into fire, obedience, and power? If so, welcome. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are awakening. For years, many of you have carried unfulfilled promises, prophetic words spoken over your life, dreams you shelved, doors you thought were permanently closed. But hear this clearly: heaven is unlocking what was delayed. Delay was never denial, it was preparation. What felt dead is breathing again. But the question is not only what God is unlocking, the question is whether you are positioned to receive it. There are blessings with your name on them, but they are released to your current level of obedience, not your memory of faith. You cannot receive a new season while living in old habits. God does not pour fresh oil into dusty routines. To catch what is being released, you must rise into alignment. That means clearing space, emotionally, relationally, even physically, for what is coming. You've been praying, now make room. Many pray for doors, but refuse to let go of the walls. You cannot cry for opportunity while clinging to comfort zones. This hour requires elevation. You must mature spiritually to carry what is being unlocked prophetically. Seek God with urgency. Rebuild your altar. Because when God opens a gate, it does not remain open forever. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Due season is real, but so is the requirement to not quit. We are living in acceleration. What used to take years can happen in months, sometimes in moments. God can collapse time for the sake of His kingdom. You felt it. Days feel shorter, opportunities come faster, the window is tightening. That means indecision is more costly now than ever. When God says move, delay becomes disobedience. That idea you've been sitting on, that message you've been afraid to share, that place God told you to leave, this is your moment. This is a precision hour. The wrong circle, the wrong schedule, the wrong mindset can cause you to miss divine timing. So ask yourself, where am I lagging when I should be leaping? What am I postponing that heaven already approved? The clock is not your enemy, but it is a witness. Time is moving, and heaven is calling you to move with it. No one saw the battles you fought in private. No one noticed the tears you cried at midnight. There was no applause, no stage, only pain, obedience, and the whisper of God in the dark. But now the tables are turning. God is preparing to release you with public authority because you were faithful in private warfare. Your hidden season was not punishment, it was preparation. While others were seen, you were being sharpened. While others performed, you were being processed. You were trained in silence so your voice would carry weight. And now heaven is declaring over you, it is time. What is in you is needed. Your emergence is not for popularity, it is for impact. When God raises a voice, it is because a generation needs a sound. Make yours count. And let's talk about the wilderness, because yes, it broke you, it stripped you, it exposed idols, it pushed you to the edge of quitting, but it also forged weapons inside you that cannot be manufactured in comfort. Your pain was not pointless, it was preparation. God was teaching you to hear his voice without music, without lights, without anyone clapping. You learned how to pray with no audience, how to war in silence, how to weep and still walk. That is what makes you dangerous now. There is a difference between someone who studied fire and someone who survived flames and came out still burning. So stop resenting the wilderness. Recognize it as the place where warriors are born. You did not merely survive, you were equipped. Now, use what you learned to free others. Let this hit you deeply. You do not need permission to walk in your calling. God already approved your purpose. The only thing holding you back is your hunger for human validation, and that ends now. Stop shrinking your voice to make others comfortable. You were called to shift atmospheres. Start writing, start building, start speaking. Stop asking, will they like me? And start asking, does this obey God? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Straight paths come from surrendered hearts. Your obedience is not only affecting today, it is shaping generations. Every yes to God breaks cycles that ran through bloodlines. You are planting trees of righteousness that people after you will sit under. That is why your journey feels heavy. God is not making you comfortable, he is making you a pillar. But hear this too. You cannot carry oil while bleeding from unhealed places. Healing is part of your assignment. That trauma, that betrayal, that loss, you don't have to deny it, but you must bring it to the Father consistently. Create in me a clean heart, O God. Psalm 51:10. Not a cleaner image, a clean heart. Because God wants to turn wounds into weapons, your testimony becomes a map for someone else's escape. When you invite God into your brokenness, he turns pain into prophetic purpose. This season may feel like things are falling apart, relationships, comfort, control. But what if you are not being destroyed? What if you are being stretched into capacity? The breaking is humbling you, emptying ego, realigning your heart, making space for greater anointing. God doesn't need your perfection. He needs your surrendered pieces. Give him the fragments and he will multiply them. And understand this, God doesn't always warn with loud signs. Sometimes he warns with urgency in your spirit. Sudden shifts are coming. You may not get an announcement. That is why you must stay spiritually ready. Sudden moves look like chaos to the unanchored, but they become promotion to the rooted. When God shifts you, move with him. Stay prayed up, stay alert. When the shift comes, and it will, you must be positioned. The next season will not only be about healing, it will be about reintroduction. God is about to present you in a way that does not match your past. The version of you that was defined by failure has expired. When heaven reintroduces someone, it does it with glory. The same people who saw your pain will see your power. The same rooms that overlooked you will recognize you. Do not apologize for the upgrade. Do not shrink to fit old spaces. God is not restoring you to where you were. He is promoting you beyond what they thought possible. And finally, let this anchor you. Obedience prepares before crisis. Noah didn't build when rain started. He built when it looked foolish. That is faith. Preparation based on revelation, not confirmation. What has God told you to build? An altar, a message, a ministry, a new way of living. Start hammering. Start preparing. You don't have time to explain your obedience to people who cannot hear what you hear. Build now. Obey now. Move now. The pressure has been intense. The heat has been real. But the fire is not to destroy you. It is to refine you. God is purifying motives, sharpening discernment, strengthening your spirit. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. When you come out, you won't just survive, you will shine. You've knocked before, you've waited before, you begged before, and doors stayed closed. It wasn't because God didn't love you. It was because you weren't ready. But something has changed. This time you are not only willing, you are equipped. Heaven doesn't open doors based on enthusiasm. Heaven opens doors based on readiness. So hear this as your final charge. Stay aligned. Stay clean. Stay courageous. Stay obedient. Because what is spreading is real, and it is moving toward you. And when it arrives, you will not sabotage it. You will steward it. You won't shrink. You will stand. You won't hesitate. You will move. Chosen one, the alert has been released. The fog will not win. The storm will not consume you. The war will not defeat you. You are being awakened, positioned, and sent. And the God who called you is faithful to finish what he started. Thank you for joining me in this holy moment. If this message is landing in your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs strength today. And if you want to leave a sign of agreement in the comments, type Amen or even 99 as a marker that you're choosing faith over fear, alignment over anxiety, purpose over the past. Not as superstition, but as a simple act of unity, a way of saying, God, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm ready.